Hey, this is Alex from the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast. To see more videos like this from the Good Old Boys, hit subscribe and support this independent podcast.
Zach Ertz finished tight end 19, 47 receptions, 69 targets, 406 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6.9 targets per game. Thoughts on Zach Ertz?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he like tight end 6 before he got injured? Zach Ertz was having a very good season before he got dinged up. So I like Zach Ertz. Kyler Murray obviously felt comfortable with Zach Ertz. Like, I do think that's a good thing, especially as he's coming back from injury, trusting that leg, getting used to planting off of that when he's turning around and throwing the ball. So I think you can get Zach Ertz fairly cheap. Like, I know that he's going to be fighting for targets with Trey, but I think he's worth a late round flyer, especially if you're going to be floating between two different tight ends for most of the season. I think this is a pretty good number 2 tight end.
I still think Zach Ertz is serviceable in this league. Kevin brings up a good point. He's going to be fighting for some love with the next guy we talk about, but I still think he's serviceable. And I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up having a better season than the next guy we'll talk about.
Still can find a way to get into the end zone. Still can find a way to make the catch there. And where he's coming off the board right now at tight end 21, like picking the 160s, he's going undrafted in most leagues. This is we've already said more than once on this show over the last months that it's Travis Kelce or bust. It's you draft Travis Kelce in the early capital, and if you don't get him, you move on and you play the late round tight end type of deal. Zach Ertz is a great late round tight end candidate there that you can pick up, last draft pick off the waiver wire in a lot of leagues there, and is a guy that can potentially produce, right? Like Kevin mentioned it before he got hurt. He was, he was very consistently in that lower end tight end 1. So very serviceable tight end for you. Not spending much draft capital there. I think that continues. So worth a shot late round there.